Hello mga kabisik! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's up mga kabasic? Muli na naman nagbabalik ang inyong kabasic Sir Albert para sa isa na namang kapanapanabik at enjoyable na lesson or rather match tutorial lesson natin for today. Okay? So yung tutorial lesson natin for today is galing to sa most essential learning competencies ng Department of Education, Quarter 1, Week 8. So, yung competencies natin for Quarter 1, Week 8 entitled Illustrates the Different Subsets of Real Numbers. Okay, so yun yung topic natin for today. So, once again, illustrates the different subsets of real numbers, Quarter 1, Week 8, from the most essential learning competencies ng Department of Education. So, alam kong excited na kayo mga kabisik, kaya naman, watch and learn this video mga kabisik. Enjoy! Mga kabisik, the first subsets of a real number is what we call a natural numbers. So what does a natural numbers means? So when we talk about natural numbers, these numbers are used for countings. So meaning to say, yung natural numbers daw pala ay ginagamit natin for counting. So ano-ano ba yung mga halimbawa ng tinatawag natin na natural numbers? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So those numbers are what we call a counting numbers. So tama naman po, yun yung mga ginagamit natin for counting numbers. Okay? So the second one is what we call a whole numbers. So when we talk about whole numbers, these numbers are formed by adding 0 to the set of natural numbers. So, kung kanina, yung natural numbers, nag-start tayo sa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. So, kapag dinagdagan natin siya ng 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. So, yun na yung tinatawag natin na whole numbers. Okay, so wag malilito doon mga anak ha, mga ka-basic rather. So, when we talk about natural numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So when we talk about whole numbers, these numbers are formed by adding 0 to the set of a natural numbers. The third one is what we call the integers. So ano naman yung tinatawag nating integers? So when we talk about integers, they are formed by adding the negatives of the natural numbers to the set of a whole numbers. Okay, so kanina, natural numbers, ano yung mga natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, nag-add tayo ng 0 doon sa natural numbers. Tinawag na natin siyang whole numbers. Next natin, kapag nadagdagan yung natural numbers ng negative natural numbers from positive natural numbers, tapos dinagdagan ng negative natural numbers, and then 0, tatawagin na natin yon na integers. So once again, kapag meron tayong positive natural numbers and a negative natural numbers together with 0, ang tawag na natin doon is an integers. So wag malilito doon mga kabasic. Next one is what we call irrational numbers. So what does irrational numbers means? Okay, so irrational numbers is the set of all members which can be expressed in the form of A over B, where A and B are integers and B should not be equal to 0. The decimal representation of a rational number either terminating or repeating decimals. So when we talk about rational numbers daw, it can be expressed as a form of A over B or can be expressed as a fraction. A over B, where A is the numerator and B is the denominator. And B should not be equal to 0. Kasi kapag si B, sa rational number, kapag si B ay nag-equal to 0, then that is what we call undefined. Okay? So, kapag ang denominator natin ay 0, tinatawag natin siya na undefined. Okay? So, last subset of bigay tayo ng example muna ng tinatawag natin na rational numbers. So, ano ba yung mga tinatawag natin na rational numbers? So, lahat daw pala nung natural numbers, ayan, yung natural numbers, positive natural numbers, negative natural numbers, 0, and also yung fractions and terminating decimal or repeating decimals, yun yung tinatawag natin na rational numbers. Ano ba yung mga yun? Negative 19. Negative 19 can be expressed as a fraction. Negative 19 over 1. 8. 8 can be expressed as a rational numbers. 8 over 1. 3 over 5 is also an example of a rational numbers. Next natin is what we call an irrational numbers. So when we talk about irrational numbers, the set of irrational numbers is the set of numbers whose decimal representations are neither terminating nor repeating. These numbers cannot be expressed as a quotient of two integers. So meaning to say, when we talk about irrational numbers, mga kabasic, it cannot be expressed as a quotient of two integers. Okay? It cannot be expressed as a quotient of two integers, yung A over B. Hindi siya ma-express as a fraction. So, ano ba yung mga example natin ng irrational numbers? So, we have yung pi, which is equivalent to 3.1416 and so on. We have square root of 3 and square root of 2. So, those numbers is an example of the what so-called irrational numbers. So again, isa-isahin natin yung subset of real numbers. We have natural numbers. These numbers are used for counting. Example niyan is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. The next one is a whole numbers. Ano naman yung sabi natin sa whole numbers? Kapag dinagdagan ng 0 yung natural numbers, then tawag na natin doon is a whole numbers. The third one is what we call an integers. So, ang integers, kapag meron tayong positive natural numbers and a negative natural numbers together with 0, no? Then, this is what we call an integers. The second one is a rational number. It can be expressed as a fraction or it can be expressed as a quotient of A over B. And an irrational numbers, these numbers cannot be expressed as a quotient of two integers. So those are the subsets of what's so-called real numbers. So with that, I hope na may natutunan kayo mga kabasic, and see you again sa aking next vlog para sa isa na namang kapanapanabik na lesson or math tutorial natin for today. And now, kung bago ka sa aking YouTube channel, huwag kakalimutan na mag-subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para updated kayo sa lahat ng aking mga videos na inilalabas. So, hope na may natutunan kayo mga kabasic sa aking bagong math tutorial lesson for today. So, with that, bye na muna for now. Once again, this has been your Sir Albert, and ang nagsasabi sa inyo na laging sa math, sa mga lessons natin sa mathematics, lagi niyong tatandaan na basic lang yan mga kabasic. Okay po, isang approve nga dyan mga kabasic. And once again, bye-bye na muna for now, and see you again to my next video lesson. Okay? So, bye-bye mga kabasic.